So, welcome back to more Final Fantasy X. We are officially at the halfway point. And in a few minutes, I'm about to go into a very pedantic rant about something that I absolutely hate about this game. But don't worry, we'll get to that in a minute.
Oh! Give me a break. What?
Chill out. Warning! Pedantic Nerd Rage rant incoming. If you are offended by this, please skip ahead to the following timestamp. Otherwise, brace yourself. So I've been doing YouTube for a very long time, but I've been playing video games much longer. And Final Fantasy IX was the first Final Fantasy I ever played. However, I got introduced to Final Fantasy X, and then I played it for a little bit, and then eventually down the line, I got to a point where I was actually, I got to a really far point, but I encountered one little tiny obstacle. And in that time, it has taken me almost 16 years to beat this particular boss. Now, we all know, if you're a Final Fantasy fan, you know the infamy that is Seymour Flux. But that's not the issue. The issue is that the story dictates that he survives to get to that point. Not to mention, the story dictates that you have no way to properly send him, which means basically the story is giving a middle finger to the protagonist, which, that can be, sometimes giving a middle finger to the protagonist is a good thing, because they've gotten to a point where, luck has been on their side, or they've gotten through an obstacle relatively easy. In this case, it doesn't work because the protagonists were in the right, because Seymour was responsible for killing Jiskel, and therefore he needed to be brought to justice. And while Seymour struck first, you could argue the Guado bodyguards struck first, but Seymour was involved in that, and Yuna's decision to face him was the thing that kicked off everything. But it was also the fact that Jiskel's spear confirmed everything about Seymour. Basically that, he was bad news. And if it wasn't already obvious, Seymour is a bad guy. There's no getting around that. There's no getting around the fact that everything he does is villainous. And he simply does not care because he's that much of a narcissist. And also because, and I will not crap on the voice actor, because the voice actor does a really good job. I think the writing is basically, it has caused most people to consider Seymour to be one of the most annoying bosses in the entire game, or at least in Final Fantasy history. You can make the argument that Sephiroth is one of those annoying characters, but Sephiroth has a good reason for coming back, and he's only come back twice, I think. But here, Seymour, after you beat him, he's dead and he has to be sent, but that ends up happening where Yuna is basically prevented from sending him properly. So essentially he comes back later on, and that's dictated by the plot, where later on you find out, Yuna's marrying Seymour and you have to go save her. Very much a what's the word I'm looking for here? I don't want to say Shrek 2, because I don't like Shrek 2, but it's a very we got to stop this from happening to this protagonist who has come to trust us. And then it gets even better, because even though you have a perfect opportunity to take him down in that cutscene, Oh no. They have to do that. They have to basically make it where you have no way to actually take him down. And then the second boss fight comes up, and I would say that's actually not too bad, although the story dictates that a certain character gets killed off. But I'm fine with it. I mean, it's an emotional moment, and it comes after a major moment for Yuna's character, which is important because it's revealed that one of the other Maesters is, in fact, he's technically dead. But he came back because, well, he hasn't moved on because, essentially, as he says, Spirit would despair. And it's like, would they, though? Oh, and you know what makes it even worse? Back in June of this year, when they released the Final Fantasy sets for Magic, they printed a large majority of the characters from the various games, including the villains and the monsters. They just so happened to print Seymour and Trommel. And I made a horrifying discovery earlier today, at the time of this making of this video. They printed a magic card of Seymour Flux. Yes. Now, not only have they printed these cards, now they went even further by doing that, and now it's very telling. And not only that, now they have officially traumatized an entire generation of Final Fantasy fans, myself included. And now that I'm done my pedantic ranting, let us prepare for absolute agony. Here we go.
Please.
Give us a chance to explain.
No need. I already know what I'll tell the other Maesters.
Meaning?
Lord Seymour was the leader of the Guado before becoming a Maester.
You're not letting us go.
Let you go? Lord Seymour would never forgive us if we did.
Wait! Jiskel's sphere! We can show it to them!
You mean this?
Hey!
The Guado take care of Guado affairs.
You motherfucker!
Oh, wait. Run!
And now you understand why I hate this section of the game so much.
You've really done it now.
Ah, good old Owaka. Always there when you need him. Believe it or not, they actually printed a magic card of him. It's not bad. But from this point forward, there's going to be Guado enemies and a lot of things oh my goodness. Holy shit, they're coming at me. That's like 6 Roadrunners coming straight at me. And this guy's gonna catch up to me. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's just cruel. Okay, that's not too bad. Mine.
So, how shall we do this?
Flame on. Yay! I did something with Kamari. Finally. Alright, so we come to probably one of the better boss fights, although it can be tricky at times. Holy shit, there's 3 of them on our tail, and that's usually when I start freaking out. Ah! What the hell is that thing? My potion. Huh. Interesting. For some reason I thought it was a Yeti. Apparently it's a Wendigo. Which isn't that the same as a Yeti? I don't know. Oh, this is gonna hurt. I got something for this. This is probably not gonna work. Huh. Gimme. He's gonna do that, that's fine. Okay, so this isn't exactly the best strategy. Yeah, because that can happen. Okay, Yuna. Do your thing. And now I can do this. Blaster mine! Yay! Never mind. Get that shell. Now I gotta take care of it. That's fine though. Do I have this spell? I don't think I do. Shark! Holy mother of pearl! That thing hits hard. Okay, go get him! crying out loud. He's just gonna get knocked back down again. You're not immune from that. Oi! That was rude. But now I can summon my Aeon. From an icy palace of glittering crystal, I call upon powers to display a bitter blizzard of fury. I synchro summon Shiva, the eternal Ice Queen. Begone, Satan! Yeah, I don't think you're getting away from this one. And if you are, I will be genuinely surprised. Enjoy a deep freeze. Oh, man. I see frost in the forecast. Yeah, he's survived that of him. And put him up, put him up, put him up! Alright, we're in phase 2, so... Not sure what I'm supposed to do here. Huh, how about that? Yeah, that figures. I really don't like that. Okay, Shiva, you gotta go. Sorry. Unfortunately, this is gonna suck, because, well, essentially, we have no way to... Well, I don't... Actually, I do have Protect, don't I? Hey, put him up! Put him up! And this is where we call in Molu. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, that wasn't so difficult. He's still alive. How is that possible? Uh-oh. He's gonna do the Hulk smash. Yep. Well, I technically should be dead. Oh well.
Praise be to Yevon. That's what I would have said, if I was a follower of Yevon. We were all there, and in one piece. Even if I had a headache from wondering what was in store for us next.